Something is becoming unmistakably clear, and it isn't subtle anymore. We are living in a time where everything can be seen: patterns, behavior, distortion, contradiction. And yet almost nothing is being truly held. Truth is no longer hidden. It circulates freely. It surfaces in conversations, in footage, in memory, in the body. And still, it doesn't land. This is the paradox. Exposure has increased, but integration has not followed. People can recognize what is happening. They can name it. They can even point directly at it. But there is a gap, a widening one, between seeing and becoming accountable to what is seen. And that gap is where the fracture lives. Because accountability isn't just about acknowledgement. It requires structure. It requires a center strong enough to absorb what is true without collapsing, deflecting, or rewriting it. Most people were never built for that. For a long time, accountability was enforced externally, through systems, consequences, social pressure. But those structures are weakening. They're no longer holding the same weight, and in their absence, something deeper is being revealed. There is no internal architecture to replace them. So what happens instead? Truth is encountered, and then redirected. Felt, and then reframed. Seen, and then dissolved into language, narrative, or performance. Not because it isn't understood, but because it cannot be carried. This is what it looks like when awareness outruns embodiment. The field itself is no longer concealing distortion the way it once did. Things rise faster now. Patterns repeat more visibly. Contradictions don't stay buried. But revelation is only the first threshold. Integration is the one that changes you. And we are watching in real time what happens when one advances without the other. A world where everything is exposed and almost nothing is metabolized. Where truth is available, but has no weight unless someone is willing to hold it fully, without protection. That willingness is becoming rare. Because to integrate truth means letting it rearrange you. It means allowing it to collapse the version of yourself that cannot coexist with what you now see. Most will not choose that. So the cycle continues, seeing without becoming, knowing without shifting, naming without owning. Not because truth is unclear, but because it asks for more than recognition. It asks for structure. And structure cannot be borrowed, performed, or spoken into existence. It has to be built or remembered, quietly, internally, without witness. This is where the quiet divide is forming, not between those who are aware and those who are not. That line is no longer clean. It's forming between those who can stay with what they see and those who cannot. Because once something is seen clearly, it doesn't disappear. It waits. It waits in the body, in the nervous system, in the space between words that never quite land. Unintegrated truth doesn't resolve itself. It lingers as tension, as friction, as a subtle instability that begins to shape everything around it. This is why conversations feel thinner now, why certain relationships lose coherence without a clear event, why trust erodes in ways that are difficult to name but impossible to ignore. It isn't always what was done, it's what was seen and never held. And over time, that absence accumulates. Not loudly, not dramatically, but as a quiet breakdown of resonance. Because when truth is recognized but not integrated, something in the field registers it. Not as judgment, but as misalignment. And misalignment, sustained long enough, becomes separation. Which is why the real shift is no longer in what is revealed. It's in who can actually stand inside what is true and remain there without turning away. If something in this spoke to you, you can go deeper with the full written piece on Substack at tendingtheinbetween.substack.com.